The night was quiet in the small town of Ashford. A soft rain tapped against the church windows as Daniel sat alone in the last pew. The old wooden church smelled of candles and dust, and the faint glow from the altar lit the room in warm gold. Daniel had not been inside a church for years. Life had taken him down roads he never thought he would travel. Mistakes, broken promises, and choices he wished he could erase. His hands trembled as he looked at the cross above the altar. In the silence, one thought kept echoing in his heart. God, I'm sorry. Years earlier, Daniel had been known as the kid with the brightest smile in town. He sang in the church choir, helped his mother with charity work, and believed the world was full of hope. But when his father passed away suddenly, the light in his life faded. Pain turned into anger, and anger slowly turned into rebellion. He left home, fell in with the wrong crowd, and began chasing things that promised happiness but only left him emptier each time. Music became his only escape. Daniel would sit with an old guitar and pour his pain into songs. His voice carried the weight of regret, yet he never believed God would want to hear from someone like him anymore. The guilt felt too heavy. Every time he thought about praying, a voice in his mind whispered that it was too late, that he had gone too far. One evening, after years of running, Daniel heard a song on the radio while driving through the dark countryside. The song spoke of broken hearts, lost souls, and the courage it takes to say, God, I'm sorry. The lyrics felt like they were written for him. He pulled the car to the side of the road and listened as the singer cried out not in perfection, but in honesty. It wasn't a polished prayer. It was raw, messy, and real. And for the first time in years, Daniel felt something move inside his heart. That night, he found himself standing outside the old church from his childhood. The doors were unlocked. Slowly, he walked in, unsure of what to say or do. The memories rushed back, singing hymns with his mother, the pastor's gentle voice, the feeling that someone greater was watching over him. But now, he felt like a stranger in a place that once felt like home. Daniel knelt at the altar. Words didn't come easily at first. His throat tightened, and tears blurred his vision. But eventually, the silence broke. God, I know I've messed up. I know I walked away. I hurt people, and I hurt myself. I don't deserve anything from you, but God, I'm sorry. The words echoed softly through the empty church. Daniel expected to feel shame, maybe even silence. Instead, something unexpected happened. The heaviness in his chest began to lift, little by little. It felt like a storm that had finally started to clear. He stayed there for a long time, pouring out every regret, every fear, every secret he had carried for years. It wasn't a perfect prayer. It was simply the truth. And somehow, that truth felt enough. As the rain outside slowed, Daniel picked up the dusty guitar that rested near the choir stand. His fingers hesitated over the strings, but then a melody formed, gentle and emotional. The words came naturally, almost like they had been waiting to be spoken. The song was simple. It spoke about broken roads, sleepless nights, and the moment someone realizes they can't carry their pain alone anymore. The chorus repeated the same line again and again, like a cry from the heart. God, I'm sorry. I'm coming home. Daniel didn't know it yet, but that song would change everything. Weeks later, he performed it at a small gathering in town. People listened quietly, some with tears in their eyes. They weren't hearing a perfect singer, they were hearing a real story. A story of someone who had fallen, but found the courage to turn back. Soon, the song spread far beyond the small church in Ashford. It traveled across cities, across radios, across hearts that felt just as lost as Daniel once did. People connected with its honesty. It reminded them that faith isn't about being flawless, it's about being willing to return, no matter how far you've wandered. And every time Daniel sang those words, he remembered the quiet, rainy night when he knelt in the empty church and whispered the most important prayer of his life. God, I'm sorry. because sometimes the most powerful worship doesn't come from perfect voices or polished songs. Sometimes it begins with a broken heart, a simple confession, and the courage to believe that forgiveness is still waiting.